Hello and welcome to the London Sinfonietta Composition Challenges Summer Concert. Since September last year, we've been working with schools all around the country, delivering workshops, performances and working closely with students and teachers to create and share new music. Composition Challenges invites young people, teachers and schools to create new music for the London Sinfonietta, inspired by the works and musical ideas of living composers. This term we have received some amazing compositions and we can't wait to celebrate the summer term with you today by performing a select few of these pieces. We were so impressed by all the pieces and musical ideas that we received. Well done to all our young composers. My name is Gillian Walker and I'm a composer and workshop leader with the London Sinfonietta. In this concert I'm joined by two London Sinfonietta Academy musicians, violinist Emily Trubshaw and saxophonist Sophia Elger. Have you ever wondered how to create your own music? There are many ways to compose and express yourself through music, and there are lots of different inspirations to help you get started. Some composers are inspired by art, nature, or their own personal experience, even other music. Our young composers today have used words, shapes, colours and numbers to write their own original compositions. Our first piece comes from Aidan at Brompton Primary School in Newham, and it's called Emotions. The students took on the Postcard Pieces challenge and created a score using musical colour and lines. They also shared a video to present the piece.
Hi, my name is Aidan. I'm age 10 and I'm from Brompton Primary School. My composition is a postcard challenge called The Emotions. It explores where our emotions come from, and I hope you enjoy my composition.
Thank you very much, Sophia and Emily. So many different colours and sounds. Let's take a closer look at the score. Emily, there's lots of great detail in this score. Can you tell us firstly how the composer's use of line and shape has inspired your musical reaction when you performed it?
Yeah, so I really like the dotted bits. It says in the score that the piano plays it, but obviously we don't have a piano. So I thought to try and emulate the sound, I kind of imagined like high up on the keyboard, like pattering, like the sound of rain. So I thought a good way of doing that. Also, it's in green and yellow, which are really light colours. So I thought I could go like this. And you also got the sound of like the stickiness of my fingers against the wood, which I like. And then on different sides of the violin, you can make different colours. So you can combine them. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
I also liked how throughout the whole thing there are lots of different words like vivace and andante, so saying how fast or slow to play it and how loud and quiet. I thought that was really useful. Particularly the middle bit, which is in blue, so it's a very bold colour, and then it says vivace, which really makes sense in my mind because and the lines are very like squiggly. It makes me think of like a really loud, excited kind of emotion.
I really enjoyed the Italian terms too, especially vivace, which means really fast and lively, so it'll make you think of something really exciting. Yeah. Then we have lots of lentos, which means slow, to play really, really kind of lengthy and heavily and slowly. What did you think, Sophia? What kind of things inspired you from the score?
Well, again, in the same way that Emily has gone for the pattering on the violin, I thought maybe I could sort of do some quiet key clicks. And that would kind of, because we've played it through twice, once where someone plays the piano part the whole way through and then we swap. Well, actually, it kind of, the shapes and the lines sort of slightly reminded me of some of Kandinsky's art. And when he drew yellow, he associated with it brass instruments. So when it says forte and andante, it's interesting that the forte is spiky and the andante is more meandering. But I really feel like I can let the brass out when we get to those bits. I thought that the adagio, because it's highlighted in green, that's kind of, it goes with a sort of nature and reflection of, sometimes we go for a walk and we reflect on things and you're amongst nature and it's somewhere where you can think, I guess. They've also put buzz, so I thought I would kind of take advantage of a couple of extended techniques there. So this is a quite standard multiphonic, I guess, on the saxophone. But I also think that a bit of flutter tongue would add to it. So something.
Can you explain what you mean when you say flutter tongue? What are you doing with your
So
mouth?
it's kind of like rolling your R's, but with the saxophone in your mouth. So like, but without the sound. So and then
sounds very buzzy.
Yeah, it sounds buzzy.
Amazing. Thank you, Sophia and Emily, for your comments, and well done to Brompton Primary School. In our next piece, 2 students from Ivydale Primary School took on our second composition challenge, numbers and patterns. In our previous spring concert, we talked about melody and how you can create a melody using a number line. Pairing together numbers to musical letters means we can create melodies very quickly. It also means that we can create our own harmony. Harmony is when 2 or more notes are blended together. This can sound pleasing or strange to our ears. When we hear low, middle and high voices singing different notes together in a choir, this is called harmony. We can use numbers to create a plan for a harmony by assigning a number to different notes. Let's say 1 is A, 2 is C, 3 is G, and 4 is F. If we add them together, we can create different harmonies for the musicians to play. When we add numbers together, we can create new harmonies to play alongside our melody, and that's what our 2 composers from Ivydale have done. Let's hear how the different sounds blend together.
Hi, my name is Kai and I'm 9 years old.
Hi, my name is Skylar and I'm 10 years old.
We used a number and patterns challenge for our composition.
We were inspired by the musicians that came to visit our school.
We chose notes that sounded very emotional.
I think it should be performed very slowly and calmly.
The melody is low and the harmony moves more quickly, very high up.
Thank you, Sophia and Emily, and well done, Kai and Skylar. Our next piece is another postcard piece by Chloe from Meon Junior School in Portsmouth. The piece is called Sadness. Here Chloe uses shapes, symbols and patterns. Emily, in order to play this piece, you're going to use something called extended techniques. Can you tell me which ones that you use and how you play them on your instrument?
Yeah, so I thought that what would be quite nice is, because it's in like a spiral shape, to use circular bowing rather than playing normally up and down, like, which creates quite a clear, loud sound. You can create more of a fluffy, quiet sound if you go round, so you're coming onto the black bit of the violin.
That's lovely.
And then another way of creating that kind of really light sound is to move the finger up and down. The fingerboard, which is this black bit, and not press very hard at all, and then you get these really high sounds. And then another way that I thought I could play is, rather than playing on this side of the bridge, which is the normal way of playing, you can play on the other side or even on top of it to create these really high, icy sounds. Yeah, so I thought that would match the sadness. Yeah.
That's great, thank you so much. Let's hear the piece now. Thank you, Emily. Our next piece comes from Goose Green Primary School in Southwark, where students took on our Words and Music Challenge. In this challenge, composers take inspiration from words. The students chose to write a piece about Greek gods. The words say, "Come along to the city of Troy, where the gods live." The words in the score, which are most important to the composers, are circled. There's also directions on how to play low, and hi, fast and slow.
Hello, I'm Adam.
Hello, I'm Jamari. We're both 10.
We did the Words and Music Challenge.
I think the beat should go up and down, then drop suddenly when it gets to the God's live.
Let's hear how the melody sounds played by Sophia on the saxophone.
Come along to the city of Troy where the Greek gods live. Greek gods. Come. Troy, where the Greek gods. Come. To the city of Troy, to where the Greek gods live.
Thank you very much, Sophia. Can you tell me how you approached this piece that uses music and words?
So initially I started by reciting the words, so come along to the city of Troy where the Greek gods live. And I think that I did that just to set the scene so that the script was kind of said, because it repeats itself 3 times. And I thought that then I could start to pick out words in between playing and speaking.
What did you think of the different lines that were used in the piece? Wavy lines, or there's some indications of playing fast and slow as well. The composer's been quite specific. How did you find that?
So I mirrored actually, so come is underlined with 3 red lines, and in the same line there's a sort of up and down arrow which is also in red, so I associated that with the word. So I kind of copied the line.
That's great. Thank you so much for your comments. Our next and final piece was inspired by our Deep Listening Challenge. In this challenge, composers listen for sounds all around them that inspire music. A way of doing this would be to take a walk and listen to the sounds surrounding you. You might hear birds singing, and the wind rustling through the trees. These all inspire musical sounds, patterns and colours. The piece is called Seascape by Eli. Eli was inspired by the sea and the sound of waves crashing. He wrote a piece for string quartet and we thought it would sound absolutely fantastic on violin and saxophone. I'm here with Sophia. What did you think of the piece? What did you enjoy and what reminded you of the sea?
Well, I think that he starts off with a really nice 3-note motif. And I think that already sort of felt like a wave, more going up, and actually later he develops it so the wave goes back down again. But it kind of reminds me of the waves when they're sort of reaching the shore and they kind of go over each other, and he switches from 3/4 to 2/4 sometimes. So it's almost like one has gone over the shore and then another one's kind of overtaken it and then they come back again.
What about you, Emily? What did you think about the Seascape piece and how did it inspire musical reactions when you played?
So I really liked all the tremolo markings here in the score. So it reminded me a lot of how when water goes over like the pebbles on a beach, it kind of makes like a shh sound. And with the forte pianos at the beginning of each one, it's kind of like the start of each wave, so how it crashes onto the pebbles and then it kind of like dissipates. So it goes, which I like, and then that kind of builds up. So in my mind, I'm imagining small waves, and then throughout the piece, they kind of get bigger. As I also start to play stuff other than tremolo. So I start to imitate what Sophia's playing and join in with some of the ends of the phrases. So kind of like, I guess, emulates like as the
Yeah,
wave
it's
is going
building
like
up.
this, and it's building up. So I go like do do do.
Can you tell us more about the tremolo technique? What does that look like?
So you're basically pulling the bow really fast at the beginning and just like shaking your hand as fast as you can. And you can do that at different points on the violin as well. So if I did it here, it'd be much more icy. And if I did it here, it'd be much more fluffy sounding.
So different kinds of waves.
Yeah, so you can have different kinds of waves. In the beginning, I think it starts a lot quieter, so it's more of the fluffy sound, and then you get some of the much louder ones, which you'd play closer to the bridge, which is this bit. And it's much clearer, you can hear the individual notes in it.
Hi, my name is Eli Kairis. I'm 13 years old and passionate about playing and composing music. I composed a piece for a string quartet called Seascape. I imagined being at the sea and tried to capture the different sounds the sea can make, ranging from tiny little ripples to huge crashing waves and even a thunderstorm. I'm super excited that London Sinfonietta has arranged my piece for their instruments and can't wait to hear the effects they've created. I hope you enjoy.
Together with the piece, Eli has sent a programme note. It says, I invite the listener to imagine being at sea or on the beach, on a boat, surrounded by seemingly endless water, or even being a creature in the water, and to immerse oneself in the sounds those vast waters make. And to stand still for a moment and realise how important the sea is to our whole planet, why we should protect it and care for it for eternity. Let's hear the piece now. Thank you, Emily and Sophia, for playing these composition challenge pieces so well. I absolutely loved hearing them, and we hope you did too. Well done to all our young composers who have sent in their composition challenges from our partners in London and Portsmouth to further afield around the country. We wish we could play them all. Happy composing.